Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy, blessed Tuesday. It is February the 10th. I am Miss Marie, and this is Giving It to You Straight Live. We are live, my beautiful family, my divine fam. How are we doing today? Happy birthday to all Aquariuses. Welcome back, my beautiful family. It is in the spirit of gratitude and appreciation for you all that I find myself in this Oracle. It's a place where you come and hear some truths that you might not be so comfortable with, but let's move forward. Gratitude. Awake, alive, and truly blessed. Yes, we are, and thankful for another day. Uh, so come on in, share what are you thankful for. Let's see the truth behind. I'm gonna clean this. The mystery, what's happening. All right. So I'm gonna give it to you straight, and I'm gonna do that with kind, compassionate energy, and this is where the stars speak and the cards tell it straight. Let's uncover your truth, cosmic clarity straight to you, and yeah. So let's get right into it. Some cosmic clarity, some guidance for you. How to raise your polarity, your awareness, your vibration. It's in the strength of your discomfort, basically, your tension. That is where you find your... So we're going to start with these little quick action cards. And then, yeah. Drop a cosmic fire. Drop some hearts. Let's see here, guys. Let's see here what we got going on. We have What's the Tea? Let's tap into the great powerful divine spirit of all there is. And declare it into the future. Declare it into the universe. You want to create ripples. And how to stay really anchored with your energy. Avantika. Sir, when me and my boyfriend Jay Surya Prakash unite. It is ma'am. It is ma'am. I don't know where I sound like a sir, but anyway, come on in. Let's see. It is ma'am. M-A-M. Raise your vibration. Oracles. What's the tea and what is in store for you? Here we go. From Aquarius says, happy birthday to all Aquariuses. May your day be full of bliss, joy, happiness. Most important, love. May you see the beauty in today. Grateful and thankful for what the things that you have. That you have any measure of health, mental, that you're in your right mind, that you don't need anyone making decisions on your behalf. All right, don't rush to say something that you have done already. All right, you did it before. Let's go ahead. Aquarius is through Pisces. Raising your vibration brings you more stability in your mind. Let's tap back into setting that frequency really, really high. And then I'll talk about raising your vibration. We're going to get a little bit, we're going to get meat. All right? We're going to have some grown-up food here. It's all about the humble. Here we go. Aquarius through Pisces. Thank you. All right, here we go. Aquarius, self-discipline, exercise control over one's behavior and choices. All right? So if you're very self-disciplined, exercise and control over your behavior and choices. All right. So you're all about that self-discipline. You do have your ruling energy the actor, the actor. So basically, Saturn's energy will give you that self-discipline, okay? So you already have that in you. And of course, your new, of course, planet, Uranus, giving you that transformation and those, of course, it gives you a lot of innovation and a lot of new tech. Okay, becoming more techy there. But you know, when you raise your vibration, this isn't about you becoming a higher than anyone else. It's about becoming cleaner, and more coherent with yourself. Okay, so when you're grounded in the truth, no fluff, no in between. Okay, raising your vibration is reducing internal distortion, and your vibration naturally raises. Right? It rises. Why? Okay, because there's less in a conflict. All right, when you discipline your energy, your mind is your employee. All right, your mind doesn't control you. You control that. You have the keys. You have the keys to the ignition and how to really don't let your, because your body's gonna respond. All right, before your mind could catch up. So understanding that, Aquarius, okay, less in a conflict. That means that less pretending, less self betrayal, less emotional suppression, less urgency to prove or fix. Okay, every time you choose your truth over your comfort, okay, coherence increases, and that's elevation. All right, let's go ahead. Hey, Stella on the web. Hey, 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 how are you? Let's go ahead to Aries. Aries, responsibility. Taking ownership of one's duties and obligations. I'm doing all right. It is not your responsibility. When I see here, you try to take so much responsibility. All right. Not, you're not responsible for everybody else's. Right. So give yourself a timeout today if you're trying to take the weight of others. Okay. So this is like with the 10 of Wands, right? You're not responsible for everybody else's. You know, duties. Okay. So when you're in this energy of trying to carry all the burdens and all the responsibilities alone, you know, it's through sheer effort here. Okay. So when you're elevated, it's not adding, like you want to add light, it's removing the noise here. Okay. People think raising your vibration is about doing more rituals, thinking positive, bypassing pain. But vibration rises when you feel emotions fully without acting them out, allowing grief, desire, anger to move without identity, staying present when the old patterns want to fire back up. Aries, Taurus, let's go ahead. Empathetic, understanding and feeling the emotions of others. Okay. So the heart wants what it wants. Okay. So you represent the Hierophant. So in the matters of the heart, what I know, okay, I offer that. I learn what I don't know, and then I remain true to myself. I show empathy. All right. Understanding somebody feeling is different, because once you understand your feeling, it's like the Three of Swords energy, what's pierced through the heart is learning something. Either you're gonna learn something sharp, it's gonna come in too soon or too sharply or slowly. So whatever you're going through here, hey Dishlin, hey, it's been a minute. Yes, indeed, it's been a minute. Okay, so raising your vibration here for you, reducing internal distortion here. Your vibration naturally rises when there's less in a conflict, like I already said. For you, everybody's gonna go through the same energy. Okay, so anything feels like things are feeling like they quiet, now euphoric. With clarity rises your vibration automatically when perception is clean. You waste less energy interpreting, you stop leaking energy into fantasy or fear here. Okay? Let your nervous system settle and calm your love energy here. Okay? So calm energy is high frequency. Stability, chaos is loud. But it's so very dense. Like, you know, when you get the rain clouds, it's like just not gonna last forever. Let's go ahead to Gemini, decisive Gemini, capable of making firm and timely decisions today. All right, are you gonna get there on time? Carefully decide, like the King of Swords. All right, adapting to new changes. You have what it takes. Multitask, whatever you want to do here. All right, there's a meeting. There's an appointment for you. Do you get there on time? And making decisions firm and fair. All right. Being like if I want, being kind and firm at the same time is basically how to deal with the polarity of both. Can those two truths exist at once? A word that sounds fake. What is a word that sounds fake? Okay. A word that sounds fake. Dish D chillin'. It's been a minute. Let's go ahead to hello Duncan. Hello, hello. Let's go ahead to Cancer, Cancer humble. Modest and not boastful about one's achievements. All right. How to do that when we want to show the world, and especially in the world that we live in now with Instagram, Facebook, or whatever platform, how to show my achievements, right? So this one is a really sneaky one. All right. Because this one's validation. So basically, I don't raise my vibration by reaching, upwards. I raise by releasing what is true. All right, being humble. Wow, because if not, life will humble you. Let's go ahead. Resourceful, able to find creative solutions to problems. This is for Leo. Okay. So basically, the magician's energy is all about channeling that energy into the divine. He understands the cosmic laws. All right, they are a reflection of here. It's a mirror of these physical laws here. So when you get those aha moments, because he's all about intentional with his energy. All right, today I make any opportunities, or I make anything into something new. All right, that creativity, having that sharp mind and that innovation. All right, able to find creative solutions to problems here. I think you got something like that yesterday. All right, let's go ahead to Virgo. Virgo, innovative, having the ability to introduce new and original ideas. Ingenuity, innovations. We're talking about Uranus. We're talking about, just especially when it comes to music, because you guys really reflect the way the earth, the connection to earth and the musics of the vibrations of the earth. And when you tap into your own creativity, like in the calmness, reflecting, like not masking my withdrawal for wisdom, but really tapping into your creative mind, just like Leo's energy here. So today I make any decisions that you make here today, having the ability to introduce new ideas. A lot of times they don't happen through the effort. That happens in the moments of stillness to deeply pause. All right, because that's how a lot of times, not your frantic effort. That's how a lot of our innovation comes. All right, you could be in the shower when you're nice and still, when you're calm. A lot of things. Just make sure that you always carry pen and paper so you can write these things down. But tuning into a new frequency, a new vibration, when you raise more awareness, when you're higher in consciousness, and this speaks of truth with words of peace, our mind and heart are in harmony and alignment with the mind and the heart of the divine universal God love. And the higher consciousness is going to promote self-love, accepting, as well as loving and accepting others. As you raise your consciousness too, and you'll be able to come up with more innovative ideas here. Let's go ahead. This plain, genuine excitement and passion for you, enthusiastic, Libra. Let's go ahead to Scorpio, diligent, showing careful and persistent effort in your tasks. Sagittarius, honest, demonstrating truthfulness and sincerity in actions and words. Capricorn, flexible, willing to adapt and adjust to changing circumstances. Flexibility. And Pisces, adaptable, able to adjust, thrive in situations. And for the team, friendly, approachable, and pleasant in social interactions. And I'm going to talk a little bit. If you have a question, go ahead. Oh, we're going to move to what's the T? A word that sounds fake. Okay, let's go. Remember that calm doesn't mean low energy. Calm is high frequency stability. Chaos is loud but very dense. And yeah. So I think I want to talk a little bit about the frequency. I really always share frequency, but I really don't explain it because it's not that much. It's a sound, it's a tone, okay? And when you understand it, when you receive the messages, you're not gonna know because what you're because we are living on frequencies, right? There are certain frequencies. So the more you raise in awareness, the more you raise your vibration by connecting more to the truth. Because at the end of the day, it's all about the truth, all right? And something that's appropriate, something that's available to you, it starts to move into form. So now when you think of something, what you've done, you flip your brain into a higher frequency. The very fact that you can see is all the proof that you need. Okay. So can you get this all? Are you ready to do it? Are you ready to take things to the next level? Your consciousness to that frequency, and then you will attract whatever's on that frequency. Okay. As you're trying to manifest an idea that may come to you. Okay. And so, yeah. So let's go ahead with a, let's see what message comes through for the collective. Raise your vibration. Nobody wants to raise the vibration. Wow. All right, come on in if you're ready to raise it, or you want to stay where you at. No, okay. Come on in, ask those stupid questions. Let's get this party started. I won't be here tomorrow. I'll be back on Friday. I'm also gonna record some love energy. All right. And remember that a frequency is a measure of how often a repeating event occurs over a set period of time. Okay, it's often used to describe waves, light, sound, and light. All right. So that's going to determine the pitch of a note. Higher frequencies are higher pitches, while lower frequencies are lower pitches. Light for light frequency determines its color. So we're going to look at the color. All right. We see blue. We see red. Well, when we see blue, it's higher color. When we see red, it's a lower frequency. So you need to notch it up. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Jupilin. Hey, lovely. So I see a lot of red here. Blue. Especially when I get that Page of Pentacles. Okay. That's a lower frequency. You need to turn it up a couple of notches. All right. Radio waves. Remember, we constantly broadcasting anyway. Specific frequencies and all radio waves are a form of electromagnetic wave, like visible light, just at a different frequency. Once you understand that, then you'll be like, oh, okay, so I'm going to tap into that energy. What color is available? You can't really see it, right? Can you hear it? Too much red. All right, let's go ahead. I'm doing all right. Thank you, Jupipin. What words sounds fake? One more. Let's see here. Let me see if it's going to lead into emotions. Oh, boy. The Wheel of Fortune. The Death. And, oh, wow. The Nine of Swords in reverse. The Eight of Cups. All right. She represents, emotions is fire. It's intense. Okay. You got to really understand what emotions are. All right. Emotions is very intense. And the fact that it's red here, that's a lower frequency. Leaving something before it's completed. All right. A lot of you guys leaving something. That's why you be brought back to this. You have to have the death of whatever it is, not being scared to let go. Okay. Of something like just the death of the relationship. It just might scare you. So that's why you're always being brought back. But maybe with different people, because you might have to go with it 4 times. So you're going to face this over and over again until you get it done. There's something that you need to get done. And I'm going to say it again. And I know that I had somebody, was it last week, and I had to really call them out. All right? You leaving something on before it's complete. So you're going to be brought back to it with different people. That's all that's going to happen. Or it could be a job. All right? It could be a job. All right? You're giving opportunities here. This Nine of Swords came out in reverse, so I'm going to leave it there. It doesn't really matter. I just want you to see that the stack, when you're stacking things, or when you're setting problems, or when you're climbing out of this energy, it's the light at the end of the tunnel. Yes, it is. You got the Ten of Pentacles there. All right. Leaving before I'm integrated. All right. Because I'm supposed to embody this energy. How do I know I'm moving forward to the next phase, or the next energy, or the next archetype? All right. You wrote your book of life. You left your clues, you set codes and cues in the elements. All right. Cleaning your genetic memory. So you left. So this is why you always brought back. Because you leave before it's done. So, all right, you're not listening to the waves, those sounds, creating a new pathway here, because that's what the Wheel of Fortune represents. And you're going to keep repeating these phases until you get it done. It's just that simple. I'm scared. Just the thought of the death of it makes me, no, it feels scary because our comfort. So just being uncomfortable. I got to learn how to be really uncomfortable. I mean, unless you get an abuse here, that's different, because all the cups are up. And it represents contentment, all right? Can I contain this without losing myself? I don't have to, you know what I mean? There's something that you told yourself you're going to do, all right? And I'm going to say it again. I mean, I don't know how you understand the spirit and the soul, all right? Because they're intertwined, all right? You got your soul and you got your spirit. It's right here, all right? They together. They're not separated, all right? How to become that third option as you navigate and your journey in this physical world is here. It's not separated from you. Okay, how to really believe and trust in yourself, and how to really align with the universal energy and understand some of the principles, and align yourself with the deeper heart of the divine. That's the key to understanding that you're also part of this. All right, and so you already know. I don't even say that. For every action you take, that's an equal reaction. You should. These are things that we should know already. Wow. Hi, Princess Amy. So how do I get up from this red color into, which is a lower frequency? All right. How do I listen to a new frequency? How do I turn it up? And how do I go ahead and, because this stillness. I miss you too. How you doing? I'm doing all right. All right. When you are living on a frequency, you got to think of something different. You got to flip your brain to a higher frequency. And the very fact that you could see any idea, anything here, all right, whether it could be good or bad, when you're choosing sides here, finding out your journey, going on this pilgrimage. I'm leaving, but I'm always going to be brought back there. When you're in this energy, this is a time, because you're going to be brought back to the same job, maybe getting paid a couple of more dollars, all right, and going from this infinity loop here. So do I want to talk a little bit about do I want to talk a little bit? Yeah, I think let's go into the Wheel of Fortune, because today, or depending, I love you being here. I love your energy as well. I'm not in this alone. Here, family, for me, represents universal oneness. All right, I'm not your friend. I'm your universal love energy, and you give that back to me. We all here together. We're not separated. Oh, doesn't seem like it, right? As your consciousness is moving with my consciousness, we are connected to the same field. We're activated with that force, that love, that unity, and that does hurt and heals. I might give you some truth, and you might react to it, or you might avoid it, or you're not ready for it. So I'm gonna take my time. And so yeah, the Wheel of Fortune is going to remind us that life moves in cycles. All right, and that what's been stuck is shifting here, but you have to have the death, not without the death of it first. You have to really, really, this is when the transformation happens. When you really, really confront your fears, the things that are really making you, very uncomfortable. You're going to have to learn how to be uncomfortable while you're riding this wheel. All right? Because things take, they're going to continue to go in motion. I have your Instagram. You have an account. You want my Instagram? No, I'm not going there yet. I'm here for a while. Yeah. I've got to focus on one thing. I'll go in there eventually, little by little. All right. But yeah, I'm not on there. You have my email if you want to email me anything, okay? And when I get, it could take me a week before I answer you. All right, sweetie? So understand that, maybe because it came out in the up, it doesn't really matter because the counter force and the counterweight to this energy is all about sudden changes and opportunities, luck, blessings, synchronicity. Things are going to be falling back into place, but not without the death. All right. So you have the Vatican, the Pope, asking for forgiveness, asking for a chance. Question death. Why don't you sit down with death and ask it a bunch of questions? When we look away, all right, when we refuse to see the truth, all right, the child knows have how to be curious, eternal curiosity, how to alleviate the suffering of the world of children, how to leave a world better than you find it. This is how it works down here. Okay. So when we understand, especially from my perspective, that we are, there's a lot of different layers to our mind, not just, our intellect is just one of them. We have to view ourselves as the whole pie here. This is what it's showing you. Okay. And this is where the wisdom was brought from within. All right. Because everything happens forth from within. So you already know some of the laws as within, so without. Okay. You hope everyone is having a good day. Yes, so far so good. Thank you so much. All right. So the law of correspondence. Okay. You're gonna have to be in contribution to the whole. Okay. How can you support somebody and yourself? And that's how it works here. When you accomplish things, also supporting this creation. This is how it works here. So if you're real selfish with your energy, all right, or you've probably been overextending, overgiving, how to take some either way, no matter where you at, all right, no matter where you're at, either you're too selfish because you're scared to give, or you're scared to donate, or whatever you're scared of, all right, or you understanding religion versus your own beliefs. This is the only way to reach God is to join this group, to pay this grade, to go to that grade, to get this program, to do this rituals. A lot of times we feel like raising our vibration is doing more rituals and all this stuff, and not necessarily. It's just being and embracing truth and growing in, the softer entry point into wisdom is really going in. How do I know myself? How do I really know myself? To know others. That's to be enlightened, because that happens after the death of the old you, the old version of yourself. During our lifetime, we're going to have all the funerals that we're going to attend, basically spiritually, are going to be ours. All right. We need constant transformation so we can adapt to new environment. And evidently it hasn't happened yet. All right. So I have a problem on YouTube. So I wanted something so I can talk to you. I tried to send you email. Oh, you might have the wrong email, Amy. All right. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna continue this later on because this will be a whole hour. All right. But the only thing I want to see here with this cup, understanding fate, destiny. Remember, fate, it goes quick. You're given fate once, and then it continues. You're gonna continue to repeat that cycle. Here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. But because the strength card comes out all the time, right? I'm gonna give you that message. I'm gonna go ahead with some questions. Yeah, because it's gonna take so doggone long. I want to be able to answer some questions. I'm gonna be here 45 minutes. I think it's 45 minutes. Yeah, 45 minutes more, and then I have to go. And what problem are you having? What problems are you having? Oh, Snoily Ghoster. Hey, Queen Moon 44. Snoily Ghoster. All right. We need to practice patience. All right. So anyway, where are you in the Wheel of Fortune? Are you up here with the Sphinx? Are you descending? Are you coming back up? Do you understand the phases of this of these sentient beings. Who are they? Who wrote the book? Are you in charge of you have free will choice? Are you chosen? Are you almost there? Where are you in this snowy gold star? That's cool. All right. So anyway, so how to be more coherent, right? Is what it's all about with truth, you know. So, and I'm gonna go here and give you the strength energy because it comes out over and over again, and so because it just feels like you're gonna repeat it again. You go from the 10, you're there, and now do you control your own destiny or do you the universe? For the correction, this alignment that has to happen. All right. So, what do you do here? You know, is everything feeling euphoric? When clarity arises, vibration automatically. When perception is clean, you waste less energy leaking here, interpreting. You stop fantasizing or fearing. Your nervous system settles, calm energy. All right. So, hey, Freddie. Hey, Fred George. Hi, hi, hi. All right, so let me go again with the strength. Let me go with the strength energy because it seems like you are either looping or ready to get off this energy. Okay, but this is a very stabilizing energy. This takes year because these people are here working in partnerships. They have to remain and keep going what this person already created. Okay, so the strength card asks you to stay present with what you usually try to manage, avoid um overpowering things, not to fix it. Strength is asking you to regulate. All right, don't suppress, perform calm. Okay, feel if you feel the impulse, decide to anger, fear, okay, or attraction, to remain soft around it instead of pushing it away or acting it out. Okay, because you might want to act something out because of this wheels in motion. You understand? So strength is dominant, is trusting in your capacity, is leading with gentleness, is using your warmth before force, is patience before pressure, is influence before control. It stays when things get uncomfortable. All right, so really look at that. It stays when things get uncomfortable. All right, because if not, you're gonna learn it with somebody else. All right, you're gonna learn it with somebody else. Now, like I said, if you're not being abused, all right, if you're being abused, then it's different. You find somebody, you find shelter. If you're threatened by something here, you find, you know, people, shelter. I mean, I didn't get the crisis card. What are your fears exactly? You know, what are your goals? What are things the alignment there? We are taught not to be goal oriented. We taught to think about the problem, how hard it's gonna be, how long it's gonna take to get there, how you gotta be so strong. We are taught to just use our conscious thinking, but that one guy's an animal. So if this animal's not on control, this animal got to be next to you. All right, you have to hold this animal next to you. It's supposed to walk next to you. Why are you closing the lion's mouth? You know, hey, surviving the apocalypse. Okay, so let the power be quiet. You don't need to prove anything today. So if you're trying to show strength, you have left the card. You don't show strength because then you have left it. All right, real strength is invisible. Choose compassion over yourself and others. All right, for yourself. The lion softened because it's met with kindness, not fear. In love, you can't care without controlling, desire without grasping, and close without losing yourself. So to really understand that card, because like I said, if you're trying to show strength, you left the card already. So this is about integrating the animal, the instincts, all right? The passions. I'm doing okay, sweetie. I'm doing okay. All right. So it's a slow moving energy. Without this energy here, the container, all right, we need containment, but we need stability. How to really be grounded and rooted in our home frequency and in our energy, all right. How to really integrate, and I'll be talking about the integration. I'm just gonna help you guys learn how to integrate your energy, learn how to really be patient when things don't go your way. You know how not to suppress, to regulate, to be because the body's gonna move. This is why she's in front of the body. is going to react. The nervous system needs to settle. All right. How do I not react? How do I, hold on? Or how do I be humble and, be assertive and kind at the same time? How do I be firm and kind at the same time? Which is a thin line, you know. But how to, right? How to really stay grounded when things are not going the way we expect, because you're gonna be brought back to it. So do I stay there or do I move forward? It could be a job. Do I learn a new skill while I'm at this job? Because this job is for some of you guys got a job that should have ended a long time ago. Okay, and you might be ready to stretch out, but since you haven't integrated, according to this, not me, I'm not saying that. All right. So how to really, really trust in yourself and what you feel, okay? Not what you fear here. All right. So what are you feeling now? It could be leaving a job, of course, leaving an or a group or an organization just because you feel like the only way to be right, because this is a humble card. You have life have humbled you. Life have humbled you. Maybe you want to leave a religion or a Catholic. We're talking about the Pope, the Vatican here. Maybe you're thinking about leaving something. You're like, I don't know if this is the right decision. All right. Do I believe in my worth, in my capabilities? Do I connect? Am I connecting to more to my spirit, my true nature, my heart, which is autonomy? All right. Am I connected more to the heart of the divine? What am I doing? How do I? Because this says you must join me, and the way to reach God is to join them. And this starts create. Instead of creating what your dreams are telling you. All right. So yeah. All right. So how to really cosmic feel yourself and cosmic ground, and how what alignment really feels like here. You know. So yeah. I really like to go in between. I'm not used to sitting here with let's go ahead. If somebody got a question, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna take some questions. All right. This always gonna show up. This always gonna show up in your life. How not to get back into that loop, and how to really combine separate parts of yourself, of your personality, of your feelings, of your functions into a harmonious, unified self. All right. So when you start doing that, you start seeing things. Hey, Diva's fiance, how you doing? All right, I'm gonna take a quick break. If you guys got a question, if not, I'm gonna go into what's the tea. All right, and really to believe in yourself, and when you know your power, right? And because a lot of things, the things that we're running away, okay, the really things that you're running away, they are in your head. All right. So when you discover your strength, and when you discover yourself and you believe in yourself and you use your strength, you own that power. Okay. And so learning what skills, something that you really, really are good at. False. What's false? The sounds. Oh, false. That word sounds. You don't like that word, false. All right. Man, and we stay in the same energy. Da 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 da. All right. I'll be right back. If anybody has a question, go ahead and put it. Let me see who was here. Oh, Amrita Sharma. All right. Yeah, I know, Devos. I know you was answering the question. That's why I said false. A word that sounds fake, false. Okay. All right. Nobody has a question, so I'm gonna go to what's the tea. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's go to what's the tea. If anybody has a question, go ahead. If not, I'm gonna talk more a little bit about the strength card. Uh, or I could do both. I could either talk about. No, I only got time for one. Keep in mind when I do readings, they're gonna be an hour or maybe an hour and a half long. So those are coming in a couple of months. Okay. So be very patient. But Friday I'm gonna do some love energy. All right. Love energy reads for Valentine's, so you guys don't get caught up. Or ready got caught up. If you're not ready, we're gonna see a lot of pages, how to meet people with curiosity instead of already trying to figure everything out. No, you don't do that. I mean, it's okay. Everybody have their own thing. I know that could be a very sensitive, especially on a Saturday. How to not lose focus. Yeah, Friday the 13th. Yeah, you got it. You got the strength within you, okay? You got to remember there's a lot of things that are going on, all right? That's what the Wheel of Fortune is telling you. When the one split, the wheel started, all right? Understanding a little bit of the laws will help you. And, a lot of things require effort and aligned action, okay? Manifestation requires two, all right? You're going to use one, then you're just going to get, it's going to be flat, all right? So using both for the principles of gender that holds all things are created, all right, have two fundamental. We got a divination abuser, all right, who's watching a lot or doing a lot, not really understanding here. I'm going to go, let me put this here, all right? That's detrimental for your health, all right? If you're not really understanding what it's telling you. And then I'm going to talk a little about what tarot is offering you, all right? What it's trying to say to you, what it offers. Here we go. One more. One more. From Aquarius through Pisces. Happy birthday to all Aquariuses again, all right? Remember that we have a lot of things happening. And when you understand that, you'll be like, oh. So that's what's happening. All right. Understand the qualities. They complement. So you're looking at them as exclusively as a sex, of course. We are male. We have gender, but you can look at these qualities. There's a spiritual hater, Aquarius. You could be the one spiritual hating. Or people could be hating on you, how you're glowing up, thinking that your magic is fake, low vibes only. Well, okay. Let me put this here. Let's go ahead to, all right. Oh, God. All right. Power plays, controlling presence, you feel unsafe. And this is for Aries. I'm just going to put this here. All right. Quickly. Taurus, love, romantic love affair, a secret fix, lover, passion over loyalty. And Gemini, somebody still checking your stories, obsession and never left, or you could be the one lurking. All right? I don't like to use that word STA, blah, blah, blah. Stop stalking, stop lurking, stop having people watching other people. Gemini, if that's what you're doing, stop it. It's not healthy. Okay, that's why social media make passive aggressive people. They rather, if somebody did something to me, but people are going to be curious. All right, use your energy to grow, to build. All right, and for the spiritual haters, for Aquarian, don't hate on nobody. Yesterday you got the jealousy card. All right, let them inspire you. If you're the one and understand what spirituality really represents and what does it mean. All right, not for the sake of it. Stop. I'm it, Gemini. So stock no changes, limit and wasting your time for Cancer. Okay. I'm going to put them over here. Push energy, crosses boundaries, gets what they want by any means. There's a force of energy for you. Leo, Virgo, travel plans here. Scorpio. Right? Yeah? No, Libra. Libra, I'm sorry. Yeah. Libra, you got jackpot. Unexpected windfall, right place, right time, big blessings ahead. And love on the brain. Let's love lost in fantasy. Can't stop thinking of them. Love never left. This is for Scorpio. Sagittarius. Same sugar, honey, iced tea, different day. Capricorn. Somebody's gonna be cock blocking. Pisces. Impersonator wants your life. Copies your style. Obsessed with being you. And let's see the bottom here. Let me see what energy really wants to come through. Hooked. For a lot of you, something's gonna try to hook you, and that's crazy because that's my readings are gonna include what's gonna try to hook you. My readings are gonna include that I need to help you understand what's gonna try to hook you. You're gonna have to let that pass. How to let things pass when people are trying to hook you could be. It's like a pool. Mother Capricorn. All right. So hook. All right. Don't take that bait. Let it go. When somebody's gonna come towards you today, something it could be just a text. You know, you may be being tested here. All right. You're gonna take the bait. Basically, you took the bait. You're late. And so how really stand your ground when you say something. Don't fall into the trap. All right. How to keep the power within you safe. All right. Remember, you'll be reacting. You're not choosing because of social conditioning, family patterns, cultural expectations. All right. This could be the unspoken rules of a group. All right. Capricorn's been blocked again. Oh, you've been blocked. What is your sign? I forgot again. I forgot. Man, there's so much that I want to talk about. There's so much. There's so much. All right. Exposed. Nobody's being exposed. Nobody's being exposed today. But let's talk about what tarot gives you a little bit. What it exposes in your life. Something that you may not be ready to see. All right. Something that you know that you're supposed to be. There's something that you're aware of. All right. And you're probably afraid to see it. So it tests your willingness. All right, let's see here. What's the energy surrounding me? Oh, you Taurus. Oh, okay. Listen. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and move with your energy. Yeah. We're getting low. The moon's getting lower. Let's go ahead. Do you have a question? What you need some motivation. That's all. Remember, as the waning crescent is happening, your energy, it's okay if you feel empty. Let me remind you of that. Maybe you have new moon or full moon. And now that the energy it's waning, it's at its last phase before the new moon in 7 days. All right, keep that in mind. Always keep that in mind. Understand where the sun is heading. All right. Understand that, and then you'll be like, okay, it's just a phase, it's just a quick change of energy. That's all. All right. See the planets as actors. You know, the stars are guiding you. All right. Huh? Can you feel? That's when we look at the paradoxes. Can these two things exist at once? You know. So understanding that, I don't understand the dreams I be having by what spirit is trying to tell me. Okay. Now I want to talk about the spirit and the forces. All right. The ones that are not integrated, those are they dark or light. All right. So you just got to be mindful of that. So you can have a force that's dark that hasn't been integrated, and it's telling you choose this path, choose this. No, you choose both. You stand in the middle. You become that third option. I want to help you guys to get integrated and how to combine separate parts of you so you could get this unifying function, a whole. So you could be You know, once you start merging, you start feeling better, okay? Let's go ahead with let me tap in. All right. I'm gonna get the tarot message for you. Let's see what shows up for you. Whether it's love or right personal. What is gonna happen here? Because a lot of time it goes to the threes. All right. There could be a heartfelt conversation. I don't know where it's gonna go to, but let's go ahead. Hey Gemini, Rachel. Hey, Rachel. And then I'm going to go with you, Brooksbank, and then I'm out of here. All right? This might take a little longer today. Let's go to Devo. Devo, let's get you a message. All right? Let's get a universal message. I'm going to go straight into the heart of the divine and see what you need to understand. What's key? What's the most important thing? All right? Let's go ahead. I'm going to give you a few cards. I'm gonna go to see the one that's most likely. It's like I see the 4 cups. All right. One thing about you because you got the 4 cups. You always get that card. All right. You get that cup because it's like when life stops being fun. You need excitement. You need color. You need to do things differently. Yeah, that's the only thing, right? So you need to find your passion, your spark. All right. Remember, you got Uranus in your house. Uranus is giving you that innovation, but it's causing you a lot of ups and downs with money. Time, you don't always have to be on time. You always feel like everything has to stay the same. Understanding your personality, being more optimistic, so between intuitive and practical. All right. You may be a person that likes bright energy. All right. And you have a strong life force. You crave joy, movement, emotional honesty. You don't like emotional stagnation. Maybe you're feeling like that. And so when it feels like that, you understand me? Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it. That's what's going on. I have no time. Yeah, got 2 jobs. You're working too much. How to work smarter, not harder. That's what I think that's going to be one of my biggest passions. All right? Having that communication, how to move in secrecy, how to move without secrecy. That's important. All right, let's go ahead. One more. I'm shuffling the cards. They're revealing a lot to me. I don't even gotta give them out because a lot of times you get the 4 of Cups. Your energy scattered. I don't know. Are you thinking about leaving one of your jobs? All right. Do you trust in yourself? Do you need to be? This is about validation. So you made it. All right, or you haven't made it yet. What's going on here? All right, you want to be in this position. All right, so you have a lot of things. Okay, so of course maybe you want to leave a job and maybe you want to do something different. Maybe tapping into the infinite mind of the universe. He represents living on, because remember we're living on frequency. So this is maybe telling I don't know, because when we want there's a validation here and maybe wanting to be in a position yet. Right? The Emperor represents, a person that's really, really rigid. So adapting flexibility here, because this one is different from this one, right? This one enforces the law. You understand? This one knows, but this one is in control of the mystic law. This one understands the mystical laws. They represent a mirror of reflection, what's going on up heaven as above, so below. Okay, and this one understand the law of attraction, the law corresponding, the law of cause and effect. Well, it's not the law of cause and effect because that'll be the justice card. All right, so being far from that, so you haven't really lie a lot. All right, the emperor represents stability. All right, and being stable, being comfortable, so being able to move out of this comfort zone. There's a lot of things that you want. All right, he represents rules. He represents structure. He represents right? But he gets rigidity, all right? I'm the magician. He's the emperor. Okay. Oh, so you're talking about somebody else. See, however you want to interpret this energy, you could interpret it. It's up to you, all right? So, did somebody leave you? I mean, I'll go back to the energy and it's just so mundane, all right? So I didn't get the 4, but I seen the 4 when I was shuffling. All right. I seen the 4. Now how do I get to this? Not to rush into things. All right. Not to rush into things. How to remain calm when that temperance shows up. How to move through those emotions. How to turn the fire, fire and water. How to remain with that fire and that water, that passion. How to keep that alive without rushing into a relationship or getting back into this person, right? How to use your resources, turning any opportunity, right? Because we don't need external validation here, right? When we're really comfortable in our being. Are you scared to be in a position of power, all right? In a position where, or how not to be the savior, you got the 6 energy here. How to go from the number 1 to the number 6. All right, so where are you here? All right. Listen, when you come in, I know how people when they I know when people want to lonely some can see through though the third eye. How do you know you lonely some can see though the third eye can see the mixture lonely some anyway. All right. As soon as you said that, you know, Taurus, you have your own interpretation, and I can't help that because you're focused on that. All right, you're focused on the love of somebody that left here, but you got to remember that the magician is an infinite machine grasping all the time, being clear on your goals versus your desires, your intentions, your consistency here. But you already figured it out, so I cannot help you any further. I stopped there. You said I'm the magician, and the magician understands that his power is in the mind, that he's connected to so many other things. He understands the first universal law. All right. He understands that the universe is mental and the universal love and oneness. He's all about, right, channeling that energy straight. Clouds are moving to the west today. All right. So understanding that when you connect, when you align yourself to the heart of the divine, the deeper, that is the key to understanding that you're also part of it and intentions that you have for the future. If you only concentrate on one thing, right? But focusing on what's intentional versus what you desire. Stay in consistency. Be able to penetrate your intellect, your mind, your consciousness. A person that gets perfectly aligned with the cosmos, okay, when you're streamlined, you get activated, the magician within you. All right? So to really understand this energy. So how are you activating the magician? What are you doing to activate the magician within you? All right? Learn how to access this so it can help you create your heaven on earth. To be able to understand the periodic table. You understand? You understand what I'm saying to you? Because a lot of people, if you feel like this is what's happening, say it to me. All right? If you already come in with if you're not willing to expand your consciousness, there's nothing that I could do. All right? Because that energy is so totally different for what you know. All right? My rules are different than his. So you should have just said to me, hey, I'm talking, I want love. Tell me what is going on because I'm going to explain to you what the magician is telling you. I don't want to waste my time. If you only concentrating on love, if they left or what's going to happen next, all right? You got to understand the containment, the cup of water. You got to understand the container that the emperor brings. It brings stability, but it also brings rigidity. Okay? It stagnates you because it wants to conform. All right? Your energy is about breaking all that. All right? Because he's speaking about the esoteric, all right? So when you're tapping into your magic that lies with you, that's unseen life force. Do you understand those clues? All right. Are you deliberate and engaging in long careful consideration here when it comes to your partner? Are you using the power of your heart to manifest here? Because it produces a magnetic field that draws that energy back to its field. Like love, gratitude, appreciation, expanding the magnetic field around your heart, and that makes it stronger. So if you're in a place of fear, anger, anxiety, frustrated, or impatient, they can shrink or weaken it. All right? So what are you doing here? All right? Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there because I don't think they're not ready to learn. All right? You're not ready to summon anything new. You just want to know where am I at with my person. You're not really gonna be able to tap into that because the magician energy is telling you There's a shadow here that's going to remind you of something. Hey, connection to. All right? You're not manifesting from hope anymore. You're manifesting from inner knowing here, willingness. All right? Don't scatter your energy. The magician doesn't multitask. He doesn't multitask emotionally. They choose one channel and direct that power through it. Okay? So where does that apply to you now because you got the emperor? All right? If there's something that you got to say, you say it. Say something that you've been holding back. Start before you feel perfect. Claim your authority over your timeline. All right? Direct my energy with clarity, reality, responses, signs you embody in this card. I don't even think that you understand what I'm trying to give you. All right? And it's going to take you a while here. Okay? You have the ability to choose anyway at the end of the day. All right? So when you direct all your willpower, what comes from focus, not force. You understand? Real unexplained magic. All right? This world and dimensions is especially listening. Okay? Maddie White, 1111. You guys like that number a lot here. That 11, it's when you channel all that energy, because it's about making a wish, I guess, and what really shows up. Because listen, one thing about it is that when you understand mathematics and that our consciousness, mathematics evolved out of our consciousness, therefore mathematics cannot explain consciousness. That'll mind blow you. All right? When we connect consciousness to consciousness and when we inhale in that cosmic spiritual life force, that prana, that cleans and heals your lungs, it gives you strength, and it supplies all your needs. Real prana, real energy. Okay, so I don't, a lot of times we can't pick it up like that. We got to really learn how to start healing. Okay, 11. Oh, 11, 11, 11. All right. So anyway, I'm not going to answer any more superficial questions. If you have a concern about love, you're going to have to be very patient because it's not what you think. At least ask me that question. Okay. And so let's go ahead into just when you think that me, I got to be confident enough and that I'm still want to learn more. Just when you think you know it all, this is the polarity. These are the paradoxes, as these two opposing forces, each complement, they're incomplete on its own. So this creates a attraction of conflict. So here, so really understanding that. Okay. So let's go ahead with Duncan. Duncan, all right. You know, your shadow is that there's manipulation, there's tricks, there's half-truths. You might be feeling burnt out. Okay? That's when your power becomes distortion. It needs emotional elevation. All right, the magician, he tries to multitask and it turns into manipulation. The lesson for you, Mr. Devos, you don't need to manage outcomes, juggle emotions, okay? To hold a relationship together. You need to choose where your energy goes, one clear channel at a time. That's sovereignty. All right? I focus, therefore I create. And so use the power of your heart to draw like more energy. All right? And how you flip your brain is going to flip to a new frequency and understanding that when you change your energy focus, but you're directing that energy towards hate, anger, why this happened, you're not integrated yet. You're polarized, and 90% of people are polarized anyway. How to really stick with the truth, how to really feel with discomfort where it really hurts, when I don't really understand, all right? How to be sovereign, because that's what the emperor represents. He's fully clothed. He's not yet to be vulnerable. How can he really be in that energy and embody that? But when you're dealing with superficial information, right? Then you don't really get to live out your true, you don't get to create your heaven on earth the way you want to. All right. And emotion is fast. It's what, it's not love. Can you hold it is what it's saying to you. It's slowly. So let me go ahead. Duncan, what was your question? We do not negotiate with red flags. Is he here? I wait. 4:36. I'm leaving in 5 minutes. What are your dreams trying to tell you? First, your dreams, your spirits. Who? What dark? Remember, You got to be careful with spirits because you have dark and you have light forces, okay? The ones that too close to the light and the ones that stood too close to the dark, or they just didn't choose. All right? They try to. You got to be careful. But anyway, let me go ahead. It's too little time to explain. Let's see what are your dreams trying to tell you. That's more better. All right? One more. One more. What are your dreams telling you? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I have a question. Is DJ, is she a singer? Oh, your heart. You gotta, yeah. What is this? What is this? Love. The Empress. They want you to use your softer side here. All right? How to really get this energy. The Empress. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to use your feminine. It's okay. You got a lot. Even if you're in this Queen of Swords, which she represents the mind too much in your head. Are you in too much into your head about love? You know, the Queen. I mean, you could interpret this any kind of way. But when you're asking me here, I will share a little bit of the Three of Swords and through your competence alone, through your own effort alone. But really, really understand this is just a phase. We understand those three swords that are suspended. I'm new to your channel. Hey, Cassandra Lawrence. How do you get a reading? Curious. Hey, Rachel Francis. How you doing, sweetie? Ask a question. I'll be back tomorrow. I gotta go in another. I'm gonna say 10 more minutes. All right. And I don't work. I don't move through this energy like that. It doesn't allow me anyway. Okay. As much as you guys want it and push towards it, you're just gonna try to control some outcome that is not ready for you yet. All right. So So what are your dreams telling you with this Three of Swords? A heartfelt conversation here. All right? So there's a conversation here that could open a door for you. All right? Something that you've been waiting on, what your dreams are telling you here. All right? So first, you have to get through, first, whatever you've been through, anything, or it doesn't work like that. I mean, because I don't explain things like that. Tarot doesn't offer you that. Tarot is about being patient with the energy that's in front of you, seeing it, and this just admitting to yourself. Anything that has to do with you being honest. All right, you may be craving authenticity here. You might want to tap into this Empress kind of energy. You know, how to really embody that energy, the power that's in, the woman. Remember, we come from the woman. How to go through those waters. All right. Remember that men, they go through the waters. All fertilization happen in water. The germination of an idea before it's really being born. So you understand? So sometimes it requires you patience, but how to really stay grounded here. All right, because you too much in your head about or the idea of love. All right, versus what it really is. All right. Hey, authentic truth never lies means good. Everything for your highest good. All right. So being honest. All right. Maybe you craving authenticity, but it's like, can you really hold it? All right. Can you really hold it with not that much effort? All right. Because a lot of times we try to do things with competence alone, right? With all this frantic energy. So at the end of the day, it's basically telling you, especially about life, because here we try to do it with our own merits, with our own competence, which is great. But your life is an adventure. You're not gonna have no security, and I keep saying this is the one that always comes out, unless you can live bravely, excitingly, okay, imaginatively. All right, this represents the mind, how we process information. All right, it's something that's slow. You know something that's slow coming. So when you get hurt or your heart is not heartbroken, it is you internalizing the truth. So I'm really gonna talk about this card, and I don't know if I'm gonna have time for anything else once I understand when you explain this Three of Swords again. All right, unless you can choose challenges that are competence. So life is meant to be approached with curiosity, all right, courage, and an openness to challenge rather than the pursuit of comfort and competence alone. So that's what it's telling you. All right. This is all about expansion. The threes are all about expansion. All right. But this is, what this is going for you. You understand? You know where this is going. Everything has to be with a deliberate and practical approach to life. Staying curious. All right. Meeting life with curiosity instead of trying to put so much work, because you're gonna put so much. You put in so much stress on your brain. You really put in so much. Which tension is good because this is what brings those two polarities together. All right. It will confuse you and lead you away from the truth. Yeah, turn to God for the advice instead of divination of this world. Thank you so much, Deep Pickle. It seems like you still haven't integrated. It still seems, Mister, with all due respect, that you still polarize. You still choosing one side of the story. But I thank you so much. And when you understand what really divination understands, divinity, the heart of the divine, and how there's codes, they are things that are encoded for our protection. So there's no confusion here. You have a lack of understanding. You have a lack of awareness. You haven't really expanded. You know some truth, but you're holding on to that comfort because it makes you feel for self-preservation. You are scared. You're living in fear. So you're not going to instill that fear here. But I do appreciate you coming in. Go find out what God is. Matter of fact, go back to how we got our English language. Go back to the G, the O, the D. Okay, I just want you to go back there. Go take some time and educate yourself. All right. I don't live in that. I don't live in that world like you do. All right. So excuse my hand. All right. Uh, yeah, you go talk to Jesus, and I get this mostly from men. All right, you got to really get integrated. You haven't really get integrated. Okay, you don't have this clear distinction. You're not understanding the two opposing forces. All right, you're still reaching out to this one side. You're living in fear, sir, and I cannot help you with that. Okay, I cannot help you if you don't really understand the wisdom of these cards and what divination is really all about. All right, when you're still saying you must join this structure, you must still come here and join this. This is the only way that you can reach God. It's not gonna happen here. Okay, so I really, really urge you to really go. You won't be here if it wasn't for that. So I will educate you slowly but surely. But here, there's no room for that. When you really, yeah, me too. All right. So do I, and I don't have to prove. I don't have to explain myself. If I trigger something in you, when people get exposed, or when things like happen, or I'm testing you, all right. So when you're being tested, right, because it's like you want me to regulate to something that you are safe with, all right. When you start seeing things, oh, this is the time for me to go, all right. What are the demons? What are the demons? What are demons? What are demons? What is that? Where are you coming from? Do you know where the demons come from? Do you know about the positive and the negative polarities? Where did they come from? I want you to tell me that. That's the only words that people use. Not really understanding the demons. They don't really understand the demons. You are being possessed by those demons that you believe in them. Not that they're not real, that I don't believe in them anymore. You believe in them, so they're gonna keep following you. All right? There's no point. You're not proving any point. You're just being ignorant. You being ignorant. What demons? Where did they come from? Really, if I was you, I'll study where they come from, and I'll give you a little hint. Even where does the spirit come from? Where did they come from? Where do they come from? From people that haven't integrated. They choosing one side only. All right. They think that nothing evil is supposed to happen. All right. You living in a world that is about polarity. All right. You living in a world that is both good and bad. But when you try to choose this, it should only be you becoming rigid and stuck in your own beliefs. So whatever you believe in, that's fine with me. All right. I'm here to expose the truth. All right. And so my ideas don't fail your ideas and what you understand. Yes, you reading a listen, I gotta go. Let me get him. You come back. Come back on Saturday. Please come back on Saturday so I can educate you. All right? Jesus is not about that. All right? Let me remove him. I want to put you on 24 hours timeout. I hope that you come back on Saturday, because then I'll really go. And I gotta go to work. I gotta get ready. 24 hours. Let me go to finish with you. All right? Because I really got to leave earlier today. Yeah, that's why I came in at 3:30. When you're looking for evil spirits and this and that, keep believing in them. They're going to keep tormenting you. All right? They'll keep tormenting you. And when you meet people with clarity, and they're supposed to take this kind of responsibility, they don't want to. They want me to go to their side because that feels safe for them. They want to preserve, make just in case hell is real. When you don't understand consciousness, when you don't understand the field of intelligence that you're part of, when you don't understand universal truth, you stay to one side. You default to that one side instead of not choosing none. Okay. And so anyway, a person that's not well integrated, like I said, I work with a deacon. He works alongside of me. Uh, um, oh my God, the people interpreted my advice. Thank you for your live. You're welcome. When people choose, they stay stuck. No, I don't want to see that because that's true. Everything's evil. Everything's evil. Everything's evil. Everything's bad. Everything's good. 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 No, they are both. All right. Comeback side. I wasn't prepared for that because I didn't want to entertain that energy because some people they are just living in so much fear and so much chaos. They've been indoctrinized, dramatized by all these beliefs, and they stay with you. You keep believing in them, they stay with you. You taking the Bible literally instead of, let me go decode it. This is why we have 45,000 different denominations. This is where we have so many Bible scholars debating on one thing. All right, the truth, your hypothesis, right? Theoretical, what is the truth, what is not, what is behind the veil, what I don't understand, what I don't know. All right, I learn and what I know, okay? I remain true with myself. I don't try to impose that on somebody else. I don't try to make you all believe what I believe. This is the only truth. That's crazy. That's narrow-minded. All right? And so cake sounds fake. All right? And so yeah, when you stay stuck in this mental war of what is true, what should I choose? I don't know anything really, because when you're trying to come up in here with the devils and demons, not really understanding what they are. You are that devil. You are that evil spirit. You're wrestling with yourself. And, that's the ego. The ego works in binaries. It's this or that. It's safe or it's dangerous. It's right or it's wrong. And so when you look at the paradoxes that threatens identity because it says you don't get to be one thing only, that's when paradoxes often appears during growth, not comfort. So, but anyway, listen, man, we got a lot to learn here, all right? So, my goodness, when two archetypes are both active and neither is meant to be eliminated, wow. It says the whole tone and people, hey, oh, cake. I have to go. I'm sorry. I have to get out of here. I wish I could stay here a little longer. I wish, but they're supposed to come. They don't come. All right. But if you're getting this energy, when you come in, so when you can be someone, right? Especially when you can be confident, still need learning. That's when the real power shows up. And when you can be here and still be tender, when you can forgive and still remember, when you can be strong and soft, when you learn new things, when you create a new pathway, when you set a new frequency for yourself, you start to understanding life. All right. And these paradoxes are simultaneously truths that cannot be resolved at the same level of thinking that creates them, right? uh, they're both true, but neither cancels the other one out. This resolution that needs to happen that comes from deciding. It comes from you know, expanding from the frame. Uh, huh? Then people is gonna call you weak. I'm not here to prove myself to anybody. All right. Some people idealize me and they stay with me, and some people just, they don't understand things. So I'm not here for that. I'm here to give the truth. I'm not gonna leave myself. I'm not gonna shrink myself. I learn what I don't know. I share what I know, and it's up to you. Believe in yourself is what I always tell people. And yeah, it doesn't really matter to me. When we narrow minded, when we don't expand our consciousness, this is what happened. All right. And so yeah, you sit down, you connect to a field of intelligence, whether you want to reach Jesus in that way. All right. Know him in spirit, know him as a friend, connect to the heart. This is where he's at, the flames of the heart, understanding that universal love, that oneness, understand that we are being culturalized. There's different belief systems. All right. So this is why you remain true to yourself. You learn what you don't know. You ask the questions. But when you try to bring in fear because of the way you've been brought up, and I understand You know, when you have an integrated different part aspects of your personality, feelings, and your functions into a harmonious, unified self, of course, everything to you is going to seem weird. Like, wow, what is that? Instead of asking, and when you take things so literally, because this is what your mind wants to be comforted with. Oh, I want to be so good when you're not really good. When most of the crimes happen in the church, you know. So listen, I will leave that alone. I wasn't even going to tap into that energy. All right, they are good and bad in everything. Just what I'm trying to say is good and bad in everything. Okay, and this is why these people show up here. Think that they're gonna stay. They're trying to save nobody. They're not. You're not saving me. You know, you're not gonna go to one book and say this is the only truth that exists. That's crazy. Go bring yourself into a library and learn something new. You know, have a clear distinction of what it really is, true reality, who we are as human beings. Learn some of the laws that govern us, that bind us. You know, learn some there's secrets. There are things that are hidden for our protection. You know, and so that requires years of learning. You know, and so yeah. I'm getting out of here. I thank you guys so much. I was supposed to be 10 minutes ago. Listen, I'll be back on Saturday. I hope I I blocked them for 24 hours. You know, you guys believe in yourself. Don't believe in me, believe in yourself. And if you can't believe in yourself, then you go try to find yourself as much as you can. Just learn, man. Just don't stay stuck in one way. That becomes conformity, and then you don't have, then you'll be really stuck, and then you hate and you judge, man. That's the craziest part, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. I thank you guys so much. Love you guys. See you guys tomorrow. Have a great day ahead. Bye bye. Wow.